Oh, so you wanna see angry, huh? You wanna see some loco? I'll show you fucking loco. It's not hard at all. Just look at all this shit. Why are there so many good mods being released? When the fuck am I going to review all that? Oh, you just wait. I'll give you a fucking shitstorm, alright? You will wish you never came to this fucking channel. This won't be a pleasant experience. It will be hell. It will be a fucking... First of all, I got this ENB to work, like I wanted. I'm talking about Loggia Nd. It's like a variation of Kwanon, but with super high settings. Seriously, just look at the light effects coming from the windows. It's like, oh my god, my eyes are melting. But you know, in a good way. The only thing that still refuses to work are the fucking particle lights. The options are actually set to enabled when I check the ini text file, but once in-game they aren't all of a sudden, and also don't want to if I try to activate them. Well, guess what? Those particle lights can go suck dick. I'm not gonna start from scratch. Anyway, there are some textures and shit. Skyrim 2019 by Fusher. Ooh yeah, great title. This is actually just a texture replacer for literally all the landscapes in the game. So why not just call it Skyrim fucking Landscape Textures 2019? At least then people would know what the deal is right away. But wait, it's not just textures, it's 4K high-res photogrammetry textures. Yes, this fucking word again. Fine, so it should actually be Skyrim fucking 4K photogrammetry landscape textures 2009 fucking teen. Yeah, ground textures. So much fun doing close-ups of the floor. Maybe I'll find some actual shit laying around to go with the theme. Next we have someone who is trying to pull a fucking Houdini on us. Paramount FPS and Fixes Galore by Tronizen. And this is also what this mod is about. There are some fixes for various things, like the absorption spell effect causing blue swirls or distortion effects. To be honest, I have no idea what the hell this is supposed to be. But then there is also the promised FPS boost. Wow, right? And how do we plan to achieve that? Removes clouds, removes dungeon dust, removes fog and mist. Wow, so disabling graphical effects can improve our FPS? Holy shit, I would have never imagined that. What kind of genius mastermind is behind this? Removes useless plants. Yeah, this mod is a useless plant. To be fair, there is a format menu where you can select which features you want and which not. But all this theoretical blapping aside, this mod, motherfucker, does it work? Well, even with that upgraded ENB, I still usually get around 60 FPS outside of town, but here, overlooking all of Whiterun for example, it can drop to around 40. And what happens if we enable this mod? I checked all the possible options just to see what happens, and look at this! I think I might actually gotten an extra frame or two. Wow, you gotta be fucking shitting me. But alright, enough fucking around. Now we shall acquire powers greater and more impressive than any other mod managed to deliver so far. Arcanum, a new age of magic, by Cos, or some say Cosm. A huge spell package with incredibly... oh wait, what? Yeah, it's kinda incompatible with the Strange Runes mod. Let's disable it. So, a huge spell package with incredibly sophisticated and well thought through arcane abilities. 100 spells complete, another 200 in the making. Combining magnificent visual effects with unique gameplay possibilities, allowing you to be a real master of arcane might. Well, visual badass effects are one thing, but let's check out some descriptions so you get an understanding for what kind of new strategies and mage build depth those spells open up. Chaos Storm Master summons flaming pillars that deal 80 fire damage and knock enemies into the air in a 60-foot radius around you, dealing 200 damage to massive targets. Enemies hit leave patches of lava for 20 seconds. Soul of Winter Master. For 40 seconds your frost spells are 40% more powerful and units near you lose 20% frost resistance. Your maximum health is reduced by 100 for the duration. Ancient Invocation Power. Cast elemental spells to store elemental reagents, then reactivate Ancient Invocation to consume them, generating 1 of 10 powerful spells for a single cast. That's right, there are not just spells, but also powers, items and much more. Some of the stronger abilities can be acquired from bosses. Some spells can only be crafted in special places. It's a very ambitious mod, and even more content will be added in the future. Heck, reviewing this even made me think of actually playing a mage again. I would usually never think of actually playing this old and unstable crap feast ever again, voluntarily. But seeing this mod actually made me think how awesome it would be to roll a full mage character using those spells. What the fuck? This is just how good this mod is. But it's a good thing that we got such badass spells, because it looks like new fucking enemies have arrived. Vampire Lord Expansion by Mikhail. Basically, vampires will be like, fuck you, we can do this shit too. And once you defeat them in their first, basic form, they will transform into different kinds of vampire lords. This one looks pretty regular though. They also have new badass abilities and summons, and there are even female vampire lords. Yeah, I'll probably have to censor that. But overall, it's hard to show this shit off, because how am I supposed to know who transforms into what, and what they are called, and whether it's random or... oh fuck this shit. The next creature is Draugar Cavalry. Great, so now Draugars are getting out of their tombs and also somehow finding zombified mounts. Fucking awesome. I also wonder why the textures look like ass on this one. And yes, I mean literally as well. Rotten zombie horse ass. As if we didn't get enough of this stuff in Fallout. Well, at least I'm going to obliterate them with my badass new spells, right? Yeah, I think this is not that good of a place to show that off. Just look at all this shit going on here. Well, at least that Sun Spear totally kicks ass. And another one. Falmer Abyssraiders. Yeah, sure, even the Falmer gets mounts now. Ooh, wait, they have this really rare texture bug on them. This is actually only the second time in my whole modding life that I get to witness it. I believe it's a texture fuckis Aspania Grandes. But seriously now, Blind Riders. The fuck? Do the mounts work part-time as guide dogs or something? Seriously, what's next? Dragon priests on dragons? Oh shit, now he might actually do that. No, I don't really need no fucking melee weapons now. But fine, whatever. Helegel Straight Sword by Funky Gandalf Cat. Certainly not a bad looking weapon, but why does it look like it has been dipped in jizz? This is what happens when one reviews shitty mods for 16 hours straight. I mean, it's inspired by a weapon from Dark Souls 3. So there is probably a reason for that, but how the fuck am I supposed to know? I still didn't get to play it! And the other one is Egil's Rapier, also by Funky Gandalf Cat. Fancy looking rapier, unfortunately this time without any questionable coatings. Wouldn't have been surprised if it was covered in Nutella. And yes, I mean the natural Nutella. You know, I actually just googled that, and it's supposed to be pronounced New-tel. Yeah, exactly. And don't even get me started on the armors. It's like a fucking winter clearance sale here. Hey, you there, Snow White, help me display this crap. Yeah, that's Diana by FTV, FTW4, whatever. She's like a mage or something here at the college. Anyways, masks or the Dovah Sonaak by Kaiyima. That's not even an armor, let's start with that. It's just a retexture. Whatever, it's more armor than certain female outfits here. And as a bonus, there are also some separated craftable foods of each mask included, at least something. The next one is Of Assassin Armor by Overhaul. Yes, you see Ivan, if there is mask and dagger, you never get off recognized, even if armor made of stripes. Might also give you some weird tan lines. Not a bad armor actually, highly modular, not too skimpy, and with several color options. The next one is, god damn it, now even ElSopa starts making armors. It's actually also just a texture replacer for the seal plate armor only, but it's a pretty good looking one, so we can't just ignore it either, right? Yeah, more work, you motherfucking who. Except that he forgot to retexture the boots from what it seems. Hew. The next one is really nice. Coco Paragon Shinbi by Coco. A made from scratch outfit, but looks like it could have been straight out of Blade and Soul or the likes of it. There is also a wig, a sword, all this in 4 different colors, and also with HDT SMP support on those hanging straps and the hair. Yeah, the SMP looks really good on this one. And should I tell you something? I have the floating damage mod enabled now, and it totally does work with SMP without any problems. Whoever wrote this guide should be fucked in the ass with a cactus. The next one is kind of a combo breaker. HQD Children Clothing Redraw by UseAkata. This usually means quality, but this time it's still quality, but it's really just one outfit for boys and girls each, in different color variations too, of course. It's not as impressive as the previous mods by this modder, but yeah, still good, so might as well keep it. And now back to this. Advanced Sniper by New Miller. Yeah right, more like Advanced Salute. I mean, it's not a really bad armor, just the usual bikini battle prostitute stuff. The colors are actually pretty cool, but yeah, it's hard to compete with the previous show-offs. Okay folks, there's a giant turret hanging in the sky, and for some reason everybody likes it. I have to find out why. Terra Umbra Mobile Floating Islands by Iron Dusk 33 and Skiria Vark. You can find a couple spell tombs with weird names on a frozen corpse, near the Alftend ruins. The Terra Umbra spell lets you summon and raise a boulder from the earth, for as long as you hold down the spell. It's like some avatar shit right here, and it can be used as a sort of a stepping stone. And the second spell, Terra Umbra, is able to raise a whole tower with a floating island. To do that, you will have to keep holding down Wingardium Leviosa for a while, until this thing is fully erected. So, needless to say, you need to be a capable alteration mage. Or have a shitload of potions, that also works. Now, how the fuck are we supposed to get up there, huh? Yeah, I guess that is what the second spell is actually for. But the best part of all this is, if you cast the Terra Umbra spell while standing on the floating island, you will be able to move it in the direction you are facing. So it actually is a fully mobile player home. Impressive, and exactly the kind of thing a badass mage needs. Anyway, on the inside it's more or less a simple player home. It's not too big, the proportions have been kept realistic here. It's nicely decorated too, and the style is very fitting for a somewhat chaotic bookworm mage. Well, I promised you a shitstorm, and it looks like it has arrived. Honeypopcorn, Skyrim Overhaul by Honeypopcorn. It's not enough that I can't watch Goblin Slayer, but now they even make shitty mods about it to spoil the shit out of it for me. Out fucking standing. Remember those cringy Naruto overhauls, which were hitting Skyrim really hard several years ago? Well, I guess it's time for round 2. This time we do Goblin Slayer. The overhaul brings a shitload of content and nothing at the same time. How can such madness be achieved? Basically by adding lots of crap randomly. First thing you will probably notice are obviously the loading screens. And then the fun continues, with followers, NPCs, of whom's there are a lot, but they are all unvoiced, only subtitles, enemies, encounters, weapons and armors, and much more crap, which will certainly stick out like a freshly shat out turd, because just of how out of place it looks. But at the same time, reviewing this shit is extremely inconvenient and time-consuming. Because how the fuck am I supposed to know where the new shit is at? The description doesn't reveal anything, so I literally had to run around and search for new stuff myself. Like, who the fuck are you? Are you new or what? Yeah, looks like it. At least the fucking loading screens actually provided some useful information. The problem is, there is no storyline or anything. Well, at least I won't be spoiled too much that way, in case I actually get to watch this shit sometime. Yeah, I should probably also mention that the mod page promised explicit content, like violated female corpses and such, but fortunately I didn't have the pleasure to run into that. Some of the loading screens, however, provided some examples, but don't worry, both can be disabled with patch files. Because yeah, obviously this mod adds lots and lots of reclings everywhere, in all kinds of shapes and sizes, because they are the goblins. They even implemented some kind of automatic powers you receive in combat. It's like highlights on particular enemies with different colors according to priority or something, or it's like some kind of goblin Seeker rage, and combined with the overpowered abilities and summons those new followers use, if you have a bunch of them with you, plus the over-the-toply badass magical abilities from Arcanum, no game will run long enough to tell the tale. And this is it for this episode. The links on mods, as always, in the description below. Don't forget to enjoy the mods you like, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more best new Skyrim mods. Thank you all for watching, happy slaying, and see you around.